the 37-year-old Sam Altman is the most talked about entrepreneur from Silicon Valley. He is at the head of OpenAI, the company behind the artificial intelligence-powered chatbot ChatGPT. These are 30 facts about Sam Altman that you probably didn't know about. 1. Sam Altman grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. He took apart a Macintosh computer and learned to program when he was 8 years old. 2. Altman came out to his parents when he was 16. He told The New Yorker that having a Mac helped him with his sexuality. Growing up gay in the Midwest in the 2000s was not the most awesome thing, he told The New Yorker. And finding AOL chat rooms was transformative. Secrets are bad when you're 11 or 12. 3. He attended John Burroughs School, a private, non-sectarian college preparatory school in St. Louis. Altman came out as gay to the whole community after a Christian group boycotted an assembly at his school that was about sexuality. His college counselor said that what he did changed the school. 4. At Stanford University, Altman studied computer science for 2 years before he and 2 of his classmates dropped out to work full-time on their mobile app, Loopt. The app shared a user's location with their friends. 5. Loopt was part of the first group of 8 companies at startup accelerator Y Combinator. Each startup got $6,000 per founder. Loopt was in the same batch as Reddit. 6. Loopt eventually reached a $175 million valuation. But it failed to generate sufficient interest, leading the founders to sell it for $43 million in 2012, which was approximately the amount it had raised from investors. The company was acquired by Green Dot, a banking company known for prepaid cards. 7. After Loopt, Altman founded a venture fund called Hydrazine Capital. The venture raised $21 million, including a large part of the $5 million he got from Loopt, as well as an investment from Peter Thiel, entrepreneur, billionaire, and venture capitalist. 8. At the age of 28 in 2014, Altman was chosen by Y Combinator founder Paul Graham to succeed him as president of the startup accelerator. 9. In the fall of 2014, while he was YC president, Altman taught a lecture series at Stanford called How to Start a Startup. 10. In 2015, Altman was featured on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list for venture capital at age 29. 11. After he became YC president, he wanted to let more science and engineering startups into each batch. He chose a fission and a fusion startup for YC because he wanted to start a nuclear energy company of his own. He invested his own money in both companies and served on their boards. 12. Altman once told that he likes racing cars and had 5, including an old Tesla and 2 McLarens. He also said he likes renting planes and flying them all over California. 13. Altman told the founders of the startup Shipmate that, I prep for survival, and warned of either a lethal synthetic virus, AI attacking humans, or nuclear war. I try not to think about it too much, Altman said in 2016. But I have guns, gold, potassium iodide, antibiotics, batteries, water, gas masks from the Israeli Defense Force, and a big patch of land in Big Sur I can fly to. 14. Altman's mom is a dermatologist and told The New Yorker, Sam does keep an awful lot tied up inside. He will call and say he has a headache and he'll have Googled it, so there's some hypochondria in there too. I have to reassure him that he doesn't have meningitis or lymphoma, that it's just stress. 15. Altman has a brother, Jack, who is a co-founder and CEO at Lattice, an employee management platform. Along with their brother Max, the Altmans launched a fund in 2020 called Apollo that is focused on funding moonshot companies. Moonshot companies are startups that are financially risky but could potentially pay off with a breakthrough development. 16. Altman co-founded OpenAI in 2015 with Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX at the time. Their goal for the nonprofit artificial intelligence company was to make sure AI doesn't wipe out humans. We discussed what is the best thing we can do to ensure the future is good. Elon Musk told the New York Times in 2015. We could sit on the sidelines, or we can encourage regulatory oversight, or we could participate with the right structure with people who care deeply about developing AI in a way that is safe and is beneficial to humanity. 17. Some of Silicon Valley's most prominent names pledged $1 billion to OpenAI along with Altman and Musk, including Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn, and Peter Thiel. 18. After the 2016 election, Altman, who tweeted that he voted against Donald Trump, said he decided to talk to 100 Trump supporters around the U.S. to understand what they did and didn't like about the president. He also wanted to know what would convince them not to vote for him in the future. In a thread on Twitter, Altman said he was voting against Trump because I believe the principles he stands for represent an unacceptable threat to America. During his interviews, Altman said he did not expect to talk to so many Muslims, Mexicans, black people, and women in the course of this project. He said almost everyone he approached was willing to talk to him, but they also didn't want to share their names in fear of being targeted by those people in Silicon Valley if they knew I voted for him. Altman said one of the people he talked to in Silicon Valley made him sign a confidentiality agreement before talking because she was scared of losing her job for supporting Trump. 19. Altman stepped down as YC president in March 2019 to focus on OpenAI. He stayed in a chairman role at the accelerator. 20. At a Strictly VC event in 2019, Altman was asked how OpenAI planned to make a profit, and he said the honest answer is we have no idea. Altman said OpenAI had never made any revenue, and that it had no current plans to make revenue. We have no idea how we may one day generate revenue, he said at the time. 21. In May 2019, Altman became CEO of OpenAI after it turned away from being a nonprofit company into a capped profit corporation. 22. OpenAI received a $1 billion investment from Microsoft in 2019 after Altman had a meeting with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella. In this meeting, Altman demonstrated OpenAI's AI models. 23. After Altman took over as CEO, and after the investment from Microsoft, the company started focusing more on developing natural language processing. Altman and OpenAI's chief scientist, Ilya Sutskever, said the move to focus on large language models is the best way for the company to reach artificial general intelligence, or AGI, a system that has broad human-level cognitive abilities. 24. On October 21, 2021, Altman and his co-founders, Alex Blania and Max Novenstern, launched a global cryptocurrency project called WorldCoin, which wanted to give everyone in the world access to crypto by scanning their iris with an orb. The company was started in 2020, but stopped operating in a few countries in 2022 due to logistics issues. In January, the company tweeted that it has reached 1 million people and has onboarded over 150,000 first-time crypto users. 25. Under Altman's tenure as CEO, OpenAI has released popular generative AI tools to the public, including DALL-E and ChatGPT. Both DALL-E and ChatGPT are known as generative AI, meaning the bot creates its own artwork and text based off information it has been fed. After ChatGPT was released on November 30, Altman tweeted that it had reached over 1 million users in 5 days. 26. ChatGPT was made public so OpenAI could use feedback from users to improve the bot. A few days after its launch, Altman tweeted that it is incredibly limited, but good enough at some things to create a misleading impression of greatness. Altman tweeted that ChatGPT was great for fun creative inspiration, but not such a good idea to look up facts. ChatGPT recently began testing a paid version of ChatGPT called ChatGPT Professional that is supposed to give better access to the bot. In December, Altman tweeted that OpenAI will have to monetize it somehow at some point. The compute costs are eye-watering. 27. In January 2023, Microsoft again announced it was making a multi-billion-dollar investment into OpenAI. Although specifics of the investment were not shared, it is believed Microsoft's investment is worth $10 billion. Before Microsoft's investment, other venture capitalists wanted to buy shares from OpenAI employees in a tender offer that valued the company at around $29 billion. 28. Altman is still interested in nuclear fusion and invested $375 million in Helion Energy last year. Helion is more than an investment to me, Altman told TechCrunch. It's the other thing beside OpenAI that I spend a lot of time on. I'm just super excited about what's going to happen there. He told TechCrunch that he's happy there's a fusion race to build a low-cost fusion energy system that can eventually power the Earth. 29. In February 2023, OpenAI launched its pilot subscription plan for ChatGPT Plus, which costs $20 a month. People who pay $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus get benefits such as access to the site even when traffic is high, faster responses from the bot, and first access to new features and ChatGPT improvements. 30. Altman recently wrote that OpenAI's mission is to make sure AGI benefits all of humanity. He laid out the company's short-term and long-term expectations for AGI development in a blog post. If AGI is successfully created, this technology could help us elevate humanity by increasing abundance, turbocharging the global economy, and aiding in the discovery of new scientific knowledge that changes the limits of possibility, Altman wrote on OpenAI's blog. Despite its potential, Altman said AGI, or artificial general intelligence, comes with serious risk of misuse, drastic accidents, and societal disruption. But instead of stopping its development, Altman said, society and the developers of AGI have to figure out how to get it right. Altman went on to share the principles OpenAI care about most, including that the benefits of, access to, and governance of AGI to be widely and fairly shared. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more tech news and information. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.